What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with the New York Giants post-game video. As always, thank you for watching. Really do appreciate it. You know you're having a really crappy weekend when you lose your television and internet at about 11 o'clock on Saturday, and you just get it back at 8:30 on Sunday. You cut the shit out of yourself shaving, and your team gets its ass and its brains beat in. Had its brains beat right out of its ass today by a far superior Philadelphia Eagles team. Hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring the bell right after that. Well, not right after this. About 10 o'clock, I'll be live. We'll talk about it. I'm going to be honest, today's the first day that I've actually been pissed off this year. I know the Eagles are far superior. I picked the Eagles to blow us out, but my God. I mean, just horrible. I mean, we never had a chance. We never had a chance in this game. Everything was wrong. Everything's been wrong for a month. And I understand we're playing more difficult schedule. We're not the most talented team. We've dealt with a lot of it. There's a lot of things going on. The coaching guys, man, is great. But this is the first time this season where I've looked at this team and go, this looks like what we had the last 5 years. This looks like what we've had the last 5 years. And it'll do it to the Eagles, of course, even though they're way better than we are. It still makes me mad. I hate losing to them. I hate losing to Dallas. I hate losing to teams in our division and just getting humiliated, which is what the Eagles did. Now, the Eagles are a damn good team. And I don't know how many more times I got to say this. And I'm not going to say it anymore, but I will come on here because I am a man and I can't admit when I was wrong. Jalen Hurts is good. Look right at the kid. He's good. The kid can play. He proved me wrong. So I don't know what else to say about it. And I always thought he had great leadership skills. I always thought he worked hard. I didn't think he had the skills to play, to pass. I knew he could run. I didn't think he had the skills to pass, but he does. And that's benefited Jalen Hurts. You know, he's a hardworking kid. He's got a good team around him. Like I said, he commands a huddle. Listen, I made a video the first game when they beat Atlanta last year, and you can go back and look at it. It's on my page. I said Jalen Hurts has the it factor. It's on my page. Go back and watch it. Jalen Hurts has the it factor. First game against Atlanta last year, I said that. Now, again, I didn't think he'd be as good of a passer as he is, but it was never for lack of work or lack of character or anything else. So he's good. The Eagles are good. But the Giants got a lot of issues. And listen, man, I understand, we weren't supposed to be good this year. I picked us to win 7 games this year, which is what we won. Shout out to the Carolina Panthers for beating Seattle. That certainly helped. They got us back in the playoffs. This game against Washington's everything. And I feel really bad that this crap happened to me today. I want to apologize to Chris. Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry that you had to endure that piss poor shit performance by yourself. I feel bad. I wasn't able to watch the game. I had to listen to it. I can only imagine what the hell it looked like when Gillen drops the damn punt, when A.J. Brown's running wide open down the field, when everybody's wide open down the field, when Daniel Jones is getting his head handed to him on a silver platter every time he drops back to pass and someone's in his face. I can only imagine what it actually looked like. Because actually probably didn't even look as bad. Like when you're listening to something on the radio, you have to envision it, right? That's why when I do basketball games, I try to be as descriptive as I possibly can because people can't see the game. So I want to try to paint a picture as to what's going on the court. And today, when you're listening to a baseball game, which is one of the reasons I love listening to baseball games on the radio, yeah, you paint a picture in your mind. Bob Pop and Carl Banks do a fantastic job, as always. So maybe I pictured a lot worse than it actually was. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I know there's a small group of Giants fans that are very happy. I know there's some Giants fans out there, and I mentioned this on Twitter. Some Giants fans are very happy that the Giants are losing. Very happy that Daniel Jones isn't winning games anymore. Very happy about that. So, I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy that you can be happy that the Giants are losing. I'm happy for you. God bless. Round of applause. Round of applause. Because I know it's Daniel Jones' fault. I mean, Daniel Jones definitely gave up 48 points today. That was definitely on Daniel Jones. There's no question about it. Now, I'm no Daniel Jones apologist. I'm no Daniel Jones thinking he's going to be the franchise quarterback for the next 10 years. I'm not sitting here trying to tell you he's an elite guy. I always feel like my opinions are honest about Daniel Jones, unbiased about Daniel Jones. When he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he's bad. Now, has he been as good the last few weeks as he was the first few weeks? No. But if you can sit here and try to tell me that, oh, this is Daniel Jones' fault, come on, man. Come on. This team's just kind of doing what we thought they would do all year. And that is just they don't match up talent-wise. My whole point was most of the year, we got off to a 6-1 start, a 7-2 start. And at no point in my ramblings, I didn't have any rants this year. They may be coming. At no point did I ever sit here and go, oh, we're a Super Bowl contender. Oh, we're going to be great. Oh, look at, we're winning the division. In every one of my videos, I always felt like I was very humble about winning, never arrogant, cocky. Know what this team was. Know we were winning a lot of close games by executing and not because of talent. We weren't overwhelming our opponents with our talent level. And all I asked from some of the fan base was to enjoy the ride while it lasts. And right now, the ride is going down, right? So it's a roller coaster. We were on our way up, and now we've hit that dip, and now we're going down. But listen, I want to make the playoffs. That's just it. I want to make the playoffs. I don't care how bad we lost today. It's one loss. It's one loss to a team that is way better than we are. It's one loss to a team that is probably the best team in the, especially if, excuse me, after today. Last week, I'm like, whoa, is Dallas as good as Philadelphia? After today, I don't think there's any question. Dallas struggled with the Texans. I still can't wait for the Dallas Eagles game. It's going to be a good one. But the Eagles are a really good team. And the Giants got a big dose of reality today. You wanted a measuring stick. You want to see how good you really are. Well, you're not good enough. There's a lot of work to do here. And I think that any Giants fan with common sense knew there was a lot of work to be done here. But at the same time, I don't see why we couldn't enjoy it when they were winning. Because we didn't do a lot of winning in the last 5 years. I want to make the postseason. I don't give a damn. I want to beat Washington. I want to go into the postseason. I want a playoff game. I don't care if we get beat like that again in the postseason. It'd be good experience for the players and the coaching staff of this team. I still feel like we're going in the right direction. I still feel like the future is bright. I look at what Philadelphia was a couple years ago. And I'm not saying we're going to be 12-1 next year, but I look at a team that went from 4-11-1, really terrible cap situation, to a team that got to 9-7 when I believe they were 5-7 at one point last year. Looked like their season was over. I may be wrong about that. I thought they won their last 4 games of the year, got to the playoffs. Got blown out by Tampa. I believe they were down 31-0 in that game. They got crushed. Okay? They got beat down. They ended up losing 31-15, but they got that experience. They got that confidence. They got their cap situation in order. They made trades, and look at them now. Same thing with Buffalo, right? Buffalo had that climb as well. Brandon Beane, Joe Shane came from Brandon Beane, understands a cap and the way to make moves from one of the best GMs in the league. Brandon Brown, assistant GM, comes from Philadelphia, the front office. Harry Roseman, perhaps the best GM in the league. We have guys that have learned from the best GMs in the league. We have guys that have learned how to turn franchises around with all the, how to work around the cap, how to make trades, how to draft. The fact that we were 6-1 at one point this year was fantastic. And maybe it was fool's gold. But let me apologize for getting excited about my team being 6-1. Let me apologize for wanting my fucking team to go to the playoffs. Let me apologize for that. Because God forbid, being a Giants fan since 1984 and seeing 4 championships and seeing really good football and then not seeing it for the last 10 years, God forbid I want my team to succeed. God forbid that I want the Giants to be good and make the postseason. God forbid that I want to root for my players and the team's success. God forbid I do that, right? But again, this is a bad loss. There is no sugarcoating it. There are no moral victories to take out of this at all. There was no great performance at all. I mean, Azeez Ojulari had a couple of sacks. Azeez is good. There was no Leonard Williams today. I'm not saying that he would have made a difference. But Leonard Williams not being there didn't help matters. And I'm not using injuries as an excuse. Every team has injuries. Look at the 49ers, for crying out loud. They're down to the third string quarterback. They lost Deebo Samuel today. And they blow out the New England Patriots. They blow them out with a third string quarterback. They blow them right out of the water. They're arresting guys in the fourth quarter. So, again, injury is not an excuse. There is no excuse for the Giants. They are what they are. They're a team that was cap-stricken coming into the year. They're a team that's, doesn't have a lot of talent. They're a team that is low on talent. They're a team in the middle of a rebuild, or the beginning of a rebuild, not even the middle of a rebuild. They're a team with a lot of decisions to make this offseason, and we'll see what those decisions are. But for right now, the way I look at this, we're 7-5-1. We have the last spot in the NFC playoffs. We have a gigantic game against Washington that will really decide our season. If we're able to beat Washington, that means Washington has to be 2 games better than us over the last 3 games. Okay? The Eagles, I'm not asking the Eagles to do us any favors. But the fact of the matter is the Eagles can have the division sewed up and have nothing to play for the last game. Maybe they get, I don't want to say they gift the Giants a game, but maybe they don't put their starters out there the whole game. Maybe they say, listen, we would love to knock the Giants out of the postseason, but the risk ain't worth the reward. What if we knock them out, but we lose Hurts? We lose A.J. Brown. We lose a big piece to our team in a meaningless game. So I'm not sitting there going, oh, gift this, sit all your guys, but they might do that. And they'd have good reason to do it if they have the number 1 seed locked up and nothing to play for. But on top of that, really, that game wouldn't mean anything if the Giants are able to beat Washington and then they're able to beat Indianapolis. That's 2 games that I think that they can get. Minnesota. I don't know if we're going to beat, I'm not going to say we're going to beat Minnesota, but you see Minnesota's not, they're better than we are, but they're not as good as their record shows. They're a lot like us. They've won a lot of close games. Again, then they got blown out by Detroit today. Dallas handed them their ass. I don't know. The Giants are kind of at a crossroads. Either way, all I can say is this game coming up got flexed to Sunday night. I don't remember last time the Giants got flexed anywhere. Okay. I don't remember last time the Giants and Commanders played a meaningful game in December. Regardless of what anybody else thinks, I'm going to root my ass off for the Giants. I am going to put all my heart and soul into this game against Washington. And I'm going to hope that they come out with a victory, man. That's it. That's all. We get blown out. We lose. It is what it is. But I'm not going to sit here and pull against my team. I don't care. I mean, I'll never do that. So that is what it is. Everybody roots for the team differently. It's just some of these Giants fans, man, they just crack me up. And I just sit and think to myself, why are you even a fan? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Like, why do you even root for the team if you root for them to lose? Like, I don't understand. If we won 3 games all year and rooting from the tank, different story. But my God, we're in the playoff race with 4 games to play. Where's that New York Giant pride? Anyway, so I got in this video. I'll be live in about an hour. Come on by. We'll talk about some more. Thank God I got my friggin' internet, my TV back. When you have a 5-year-old, I love my son to death. My son is the greatest thing ever. He was so good through this whole thing. So patient, man. Because he has a tablet. He likes to play games. He likes to watch stuff on YouTube Kids. He likes to watch shows, streaming shows like The Floor is Lava. He loves that. He couldn't watch that because of this. And he was so good. Shout out to little Baddog. He's the man. But I'm glad to have this back. And I don't know what to say. Anyway, that's all I got in this video. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night. Hopefully I see you in about an hour's bad. Thinking Dizzle. I'm out. Peace.